Welcome back to IQ Quran program. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everyone that has been with us playing this game, the IQ Quran program. It is coming live from Guidance TV. We welcome you to the program. Another night, new surah, new vocabulary. So get ready, inshallah. We're about to start the program. For those who are familiar with what we do here, for everyone else that is new, we want to go ahead and remind you what this program is about. This program, we designed it so that our kids at home and those who want to learn the meaning of the Quran could benefit from. So what we decided, we put together, take the Quran, especially the short surahs, get the words that repeat often, put them together and turn them into a game. So every Friday, you could join us, you could be part of this show. You could play every Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So we've been playing, we've learned a lot of surahs. Tonight, we're going to be learning another surah, which is new. The vocabulary of this surah, some of you might not have seen, some of you might already know it. So inshallah, get ready for that. Again, for everyone that is sitting home, this program, if you're seeing us right now, it means it's live. You could join the program right now. How do you join is the question. You take your tablet, your phone, especially if it is a smartphone, or any tablet that is smart. Then you'll take the code that will be displayed under here. You take that code, you put it in, and you'll be able to join this competition live right now. So how do we play this game? We ask you the question. As you're sitting home, you submit your answer, it'll come to us. How many points can you get? Each question is worth 1,000 points. So if you're sitting home, you see the question, you answer, you'll get 1,000 points. Now, towards the end of the show, we'll find out who the winner is. The calculation of the points is done by the computer. It is automatic. So that means once you submit the answer, if you got it right away we will know if you got it or if you missed it. The device that you're holding will let you know your ranking. So you could be number 1 or number 28 or number 50 or number 100. You'll find out. As the show goes on, we will be mentioning some people. We'll say, hey, look at so-and-so. They have moved up in the rank. That means that person has passed several people. And it'll be highlighted in purple. You guys will be able to see that. Now again, a lot of you already joined. This is the time to remind your friends to join the competition. And I'm hoping that you guys have been practicing, getting ready for this competition. And we hope that you call your friends, your family members, and remind them to be part of the competition. As we learn this surah, you'll be picking up a lot of ajr, yourself and everyone who participates. Last time I remember mentioning and reminding us the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that if you learn one word or if you read one word from the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will get the ajr of every letter. Alif, Lam, Mim. You'll pick up 30 good deeds. Where does that 30 good deeds go? It goes to your account in Akhirah. So that means you're rich and you'll be able to cash it out on the Day of Judgment. Good deeds will be cashed out that day. So as you sit here, as you learn with us, you're making ajr. And as Muslims we know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us, He's testing us, He has put us on this earth, so we should not be wasting our time. We should be learning, and that is what you're doing as you sit here. So congratulations, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you the ability and the chance to be part of this competition. And we want you guys to remind your friends so they could be part of the competition. Right now we have a lot of you that have joined. Again, anyone that is new, this is a program that we've designed for our kids. If you're a parent and you want to participate, you're more than welcome. You could learn. We're focusing on words that repeat in the Quran often. So sometimes you'll see a word, we'll say, hey guys, look at this word, remember how it is pronounced, write it down. This is what it means. Next week when you come, you might see that word again. You might not see it again, but we want the Quran, for the Quran to become easy for us. So mashallah, a lot of you have joined the competition already. As usual, we give you the introduction, we give you that extra time so all of you guys could join. And remember, if you're new, we want you to go to the iqquran.com. You go to iqquran.com, you scroll down, you'll see an orange button that says register, or it says join the competition, join Guidance TV competition. You click there, it'll take you to another page. We want you to register yourself because we are going to be sending prizes to the winners. We've been talking to the Sheikh, and we're going to be, our final is going to be coming up. We've been practicing a lot of surahs. What we're going to do is we'll combine the vocabulary of all the surahs we've learned, and this will be a surprise. Rather than going surah by surah, sometimes we'll stop and say, you know what, we've learned that many surahs, now it's time to combine them and have a competition. Perhaps it'll be a live competition where some of you might come to the studio, or it'll be done this way because we do want to find out who has been learning, and we want to find out your ranking. So inshallah, what we will do is we will take a short break. You will still see the login, the way for you to pick up the code and log in. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you this extra time to get ready for the competition, and when we come back, we will start it right away. Meanwhile, remind your friends. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Get guided. Guidance TV.
I'm Yusuf Estes for Guidance TV. Are you fed up with watching some of these commercial channels that are out there now? The information that's coming to us twisted or improper, and things that we don't want our kids to watch. So that's why we have Guidance TV. And we're broadcasting all over the United States, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, the Caribbean islands, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No commercial interruptions, no advertising, and no subscription rate. All of that to keep it free, to keep Islam out there in front of the people. Muslims and non-Muslims alike, enjoying and benefiting from these great shows. And our live programs coming to us on a regular basis from great scholars in the United States, Canada, and around the world, showing us, teaching us in the English language how to deal with the problems we all face every day from the Islamic perspective. That's what I'm talking about. So we all come away with a much better understanding and a way to deal with life's problems.
Get guided, get guided. Guidance TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Guidance TV is doing amazing work, and it needs your support. Running a satellite channel, running a TV station is not cheap. It takes money, it takes time, it takes commitment, and it is absolutely an obligation for you, all of you, to donate generously to help this amazing project. And don't forget, get guided with Guidance TV.
Welcome back to the IQ Quran competition. We're going to continue from here, inshallah. It seems like a lot of you have joined, so tonight the competition is going to be tough. Since we have so many of you that have joined the competition now, it is time. Get ready. We're starting right now. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here it is. Start. Now we'll have 30 questions. Just to warn you, some of the questions tonight will not be Quran. We will have about 8 questions all the 8 questions are not going to be Quran. The rest of the questions are going to be from Quran. And also, just to remind you, Alam Tara, we're going to start right away. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We did not start with Bismillah because we're assuming that all of you by now know Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now, the surah starts with Alam. I think some of you already know what this means, or all of you should know what this means. We have about 28 seconds before you guys submit the answer. And just to give you a heads up, last time we said we might mix the questions. We haven't done it because there are 3 questions with a voice, so that's going to throw us off. So what we did is we're going to go in order. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil, all the way towards the end of the surah. After that, you will get 5 Islamic studies, 5 questions, Islamic studies. We'll see if you guys know it. MashaAllah, 30 of you got this one. Have not is the right answer. We're going to move on to the next question. Let's find out. Marwa Rage is number 1 tonight for the first time. I have not seen Marwa Rage ranking number 1. She is number 1. We have Muhammadu, that is number 2. Maryam, number 3. We have Fatima, that is number 3. And we have Sheikh, that is number 5. Seems like these 4 are always on the top 5. Although I've met some of them personally, mashallah. Now, we're going to move on to the next question. Get ready, guys. As you guys could see, everyone that is ranking number or top 5 has either 800 or 900 questions, 900 points. That means they were able to get the answer, then they did it fast. You might be number 6 right now, and you're saying, you know what, I have 860. Well, you were beaten by several seconds. Now, let's move on to the next question, guys. Let's get ready. The next question is up. We'll find out how well you do. Here is the next question. Nashrah. What is the meaning of Nashrah? Alam Nashrah. Let's see. We expanded. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean for you. Doesn't mean your burden. Or is it in the name? These are 4 options in front of you. Only one is the right answer. Everything else is perhaps coming up. Now, look at it. Submit the answer. Guys, I do advise that you should not look at the kitab while you're participating. We might have said that before, but at this point, you should be at a level where you're able to participate, be part of the competition without looking at the kitab. Why? We want you to have this competition. We want you to get prepared. We want you to be ready, because the final competition for everyone who's ranking again and again, we will bring you guys together, or we will find a way you could compete with other kids while we're watching what you're doing. So if you're just looking up the answer, that's not going to help you. Now let's get ready. Let's move on to the next question. MashaAllah, Muhammadu just moved up to number 1. Fatima, Maryam, Sumaya, Umar came in number 4 right now. And we have Sheikh, that is number 5. Let's move on. So as you guys can see, the ranking is changing. Marwa Raga, although she was number 1, she's not even in the top 5 right now. Someone has taken her out. It's fine. Things will change. We'll move on to the next question. So get ready. Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabb. Alam nashrah laka sadrak. Now this is laka. Laka, what is the meaning of laka? So we're in this surah right now. The next surah, inshallah, you guys already know it. You can get ready for it. Alam nashrah laka. This should be very easy. Laka is very easy. Now go ahead, submit this answer, and we'll move on to the next question. You have about 38 seconds before you move on to the next question. All right, let's move on. Laka, what is the meaning of laka? It doesn't mean the most merciful. Doesn't mean the most gracious. Doesn't mean for you. Doesn't mean have not. Or is it the most gracious? There's only one right answer, and we'll move on to the next question. We have about 4 seconds before we move on. 45 of you already submitted the answer, which is pretty good. 46 and time is up. That means if you were still waiting and you were trying to submit the answer, now we're moving on to the next question. 37 of you got it. but 9 of you missed it. Not too bad. It means for you. Ka, guys, you'll see it in the Quran so many times. La, you'll see it. Ka, you'll see it. Ka, you'll see sometimes it'll be connected to something. So remember, that is very important word. Although it's only two letters connected, making up one word. It is very important. So let's move on to the next question. Fatima just moved up to number 1. Maryam, Sheikh, Sumaya, Saeed Umar just came in, and now he is number 5. As you guys could see, the ranking is changing. It seems like every single question we answered so far, someone else has been number 1. Someone has been number 1. The question is, as we move on to the next question, will the ranking change? Will Fatima keep number 1? Or will someone else come and take that spot? We'll find out with this next question. So let's go ahead. Let's take this. Now, this is question number 4, and we have 30 questions to cover. Does it mean your burden? Does it mean from you? Does it mean your breast? Does it mean we removed? And we removed. These are the 4 that you have in front of you. Sadaraka. This word, mashallah, as I could see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 letters. That means you're getting 40 ajr. Think of, each time as you answer the question, think of how many ajr you're collecting. How much good deeds that you are collecting towards the akhirah. And also think about how many other people you could inform, they could benefit from it, and you'll be getting that ajr. Now, some of you might know the surah, some of you might know the meaning of the surah, but alhamdulillah, it'll be a review for you. It is something that you're learning. This is word for word from the Quran. We're trying to cover the last juz of the Quran so that you guys could benefit from understanding the Quran. Now, time is up, and 34 of you got this one right. Your burden, it does not mean that, although some of you went with that. Now we have Hurayra, past 13 people, mashallah. Now again, Fatima was taking from the spot, and Maryam now is ranking number 1. I don't know what's going on tonight. It seems like everyone is racing to the top. Everyone wants to be number 1. So many people have been number 1. So let's find out with the next question if we will have someone new who becomes number 1. Next question, here it comes. Get ready, guys. It's question number 5 for the night. And does it mean in the name? Is it from you? Does it mean your burden? Or does it mean we've removed? These are 4 options that you have in front of you. Only one right answer. Make your selection, and let's see if the ranking will change. And I know some of you, as you are holding onto your device, we're seeing the change within the top 5, and we're seeing the change if someone moves up the rank. If they pass, a lot of people will say, hey, you've passed that many people. But at the same time, as you're holding onto your device, it'll let you know who's ahead of you and how many points they're beating you by. So now, once you submit the answer, you could find out right away, have I passed the person? Are they still behind me? Are they in front of me? Am I at the same place? Am I moving forward? Am I moving backward? Now, let's find out. We have 5 seconds before we find out if the ranking, if we find out if you got the answer right or wrong. Now, we have removed as the right answer. 4 of you got that one right. Only 5 people missed it. Let's see. Fatima came back to number 1 again. Sheikh, Maryam, Sumaya, and Saeed are still on the top 5. We have Hamdan that has passed 13 people, highest climber so far, although the other person that was before him has passed 13 people as well. We'll find out if Hamdan makes it to the top 5. But mashallah, he has passed, Hamdan has passed 13 people. The ranking is changing, as you guys could see. Let's move on and find out the next question. Sometimes you might be surprised, the people that are moving up right now, they might become number 1. And tonight we have something that will change the ranking. We have some surahs from the Quran. So for those who memorize the Quran, this will be your advantage. We have 5 Islamic questions, 5 Islamic answers, Islamic questions and answers, right? The question, and you'll be able to answer it. That might change the ranking tonight. And we have the word by word as we're learning right now. Let's move on to the next question and find out. Anka, what does anka mean? This is question number 6, and remember, you can get 1,000 points for this. 1,000 points. Anka doesn't mean from you. Does it mean have not? Is it your burden, or is it in the name? Now, I'll give you a hint to everyone. It does not mean. No, I'll leave it because it won't be fair for some of you guys. Now, if you remember, I'll give you a hint. If you remember alam in the beginning, and you could see the answer, if you learn from your mistake, you will not be going with alam, you'll go with something else. And if you remember what ka means, remember we said ka, if you could remember that as well, it should be easy for you. I think I've given you 2 hints. That should make things easier for you. And remember, these questions that we'll be asking about Islamic studies. Guys, Islamic studies is very important. Sometimes, we might read a book this big, some fiction books. They will not increase us in anything. But if you read the story of the Sahaba, if you read the story of the Prophets, we have some lessons to learn from. So do read the Islamic history. Do read the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and read the translation of the Quran and the stories from the Quran. It will benefit, and some of the questions that we'll be bringing tonight will be coming from different sources, inshallah. Now, Fatima, for the first time, she's holding on to the first spot. That has not changed. The top 5 did not change with the previous question. Everything else is the same. Let's find out what happens with this next question. Wizraka. What is this? Wizraka, what does it mean? Does it mean your back? Does it mean your burden? Does it mean which? You have 4 questions or 4 possible answers. And you have 1,000 points that you could win. Now go ahead, submit your answer, and let's see how well you do. We have 23 of you that already submitted the answer. We have about 30 seconds. So that means within 30 seconds, 30 people already submitted their answer. You guys were getting ready. This is a very tight competition. Alhamdulillah. Again, when you go to the weekend school and you see some of your friends, let them know to be part of the competition next week. As you will learn the 5 questions we're going to ask tonight and the surahs that we're going to ask tonight. The reason why, by the way, we're asking you the Quran, the reason why we're asking the Quran is we want you guys to review the surahs you passed. Sometimes 2 things happen. We memorize and we forget. We memorize and we do not know the meaning. We don't want that happening. 29 of you got this one right. It means your burden. So many people went somewhere else. But let's find out. Top 5 has not changed. The ranking seems to be remaining the same. Let's move on. And remember, someone might be ahead of you. You might be like, what? This person is ahead of me. My ranking is not changing. Do not worry. If they miss 1 question, they'll be out of the top 5 and you will be coming in. It could be whoever answers the fastest. So make sure that you stay throughout the game. Do not get discouraged. And if you do not win, you're still getting a lot of ajr, inshallah. Now let's move on to the 8th question. Question number 8 tonight. Now, does it mean your back? Does it mean which? Wait upon. 4 questions, 1 right answer. Let's go ahead. Let's see how well we'll do with this question. And to give you a hint, if you do not win tonight, if you're not on the top 5, it's fine. Remember, what you could do is that you could go ahead and practice the surah that is coming up. We're going in order. If something is changing, we'll let you know, guys. We're not going to go in order. We're going to bring all the vocabulary together. We'll give you heads up. But remember, you could practice the surah next week. And if you practice the surah next week, you could take on the top people. Anyone who's in the top 5, you could take them on. But if you're looking at the kitab and you're trying to find the answer, that is slowing you down. It is not that you're missing the answer. We're looking at 2 things. We're looking at your speed and we're looking at your accuracy. Now let's move on to the next question. Abdi Jabbar just came into the top 5, taking out Saeed Umar, as you guys could see. Now let's move on to the next question. Things are changing. Ranking, as you guys could see, someone else came in. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 9. Question number 9, here it comes. Does it mean you have 4 options in front of you? Make your selection. And another thing that I would encourage is the surah that you're practicing, rather than just practicing the vocabulary, look into it. Why was the surah revealed? What is the story behind the surah? Inshallah, on the next quiz, we will add some stories from the surah as questions. Who was this surah revealed? Why was the surah revealed? When was the surah revealed? So inshallah, look into the reason of revelation. I'm giving you a hint so you guys would know. You're like, okay, fine, let me look into the tafsir. The best book you guys could grab. You can tell your parents to get it for you. You could go to any of the app stores if you have a smart device, and you could download Ibn Kathir, the tafsir of the Quran, and you could read the stories behind each surah. It'll give you a depth information. Now let's find out. Ranking is not changing. Abdul Jabbar is holding on to his ranking. So is everyone else on the top 4, including Abdul Jabbar. We'll see if someone else could take them on the next question. Here comes. It seems like everyone who's ranking top 5 has 7,000. And I'm sure whoever is underneath him has also 7,000. But we're looking at your speed as well. Let's move on to the next question. Here comes the next question. ظهرك. Now let's see if you guys get this one right. This is an end of an ayah, as you guys could see. We'll see if you get it right. Again, if you're new to this program, what you could do is you can still join. This is live competition. It is happening right now. This is not a recorded episode. It is happening right now. So if you're sitting home, you're like, oh, wait, everyone that is logged in, how is it they're logged in? Guess what? You could take your device. It could be a smartphone. It could be smart tablet. You could take it. There's a code right here. You go to IQ Quran. You click. There's a button that says join the competition. You click there. You register yourself. And it says join the competition right now. You'll use that code and you will be able to participate. So don't sit around and watch us. Be part of the program. Ranking has not changed. The top 5 seems like they don't want to be moved. They want to stay onto their ranking. Everyone has 8,000 right now. I won't mention 8,000 and what? 8,700, 8,500. Let's move on to the next question and find out if someone else could take them on. وَرَفَعْنَا. What is the meaning of وَرَفَعْنَا? Remember, everyone who's ranking number 5, they're not better than you. They perhaps practiced more than you. And I'm not sure what happened. I'm not seeing climbers. Seems like everyone's holding onto their spot. I was expecting by now someone else comes and climbs and passes a lot of people, but everyone is holding onto their spot. Again, remember, if you have not registered yourself, that you do register yourself even after the game. You don't have to do it right away. You could play the game and register yourself after the game. We do want to have your information so that we can send the prizes to you. We do want to have your information so that we can remind you if there are any changes to the program. MashaAllah, 48 of you already submitted your answer. We'll wait. Everyone else that is taking their time, you have about 5 seconds before we move on to the next question. Now time is up. We raised high was the right answer, and mashallah, 41 of you got this one right. I think since the beginning of the program, this is the first time 41 people submitted an answer that is right. So good job, guys. Let's move on to the next question and let's see if the ranking has changed. Let's find out. Wow, the past 3 questions, the top 5, they don't want to move. Let's see who could take them on and remove them from their spot. Fatima is still holding on to number 5, Sheikh number 2, Maryam number 3, Sumaya Umar number 4, and Abdi Jabbar is number 5. Now let's move on to the next question. Dhikraka, what is this meaning? This is question number 12 for the night. Does it mean is ease? doesn't mean we raised high, doesn't mean for you. You have 4 options, 1 right answer. Submit it, and we'll find out if you got it right. Again, we want to remind anyone that is sitting home, that is watching us right now, that you could join the competition. If you're sitting home and you're a parent or an adult, you could remind others, hey, you know what, there we have this program for you. You could join, it won't cost you any money. The program is free. Every Friday, you'll come here. As you sit at your house, you'll pick up your tablet and you just join. This is how it works. You join and play. What do you get? You get ajr. What do we get? We get ajr. So we all get ajr. This is a good deal, I think. Now remind everyone and be part of the competition. Now let's move on to the next question. It seems like 33 of you got this one right. Now, Nusayba. Nusayba is number 5 right now. Let's see who moved up from their space. Sumaya Umar moved, and we have Nusayba that is ranking number 5 right now. Let's see if Sumaya will come back to her spot or if Nusayba will work up to number 1. Abdul Jabbar already moved up and he is number 4 right now. So I think something has changed with the ranking. Now, this is another question. It is new. This is not something we've seen before, so it is a new word. Get ready for it. What does it mean? Does it mean so indeed? Does it mean with? Does it mean the hardship? Does it mean is ease? 4 options, 1 right answer. We look at 2 things, your speed and your accuracy. You don't want to go too fast, miss it. Your ranking will drop and someone else who was right behind you will take your ranking. You don't want that happening. So let's find out how well everyone does with this question. MashaAllah, 41 of you already submitted and we have less than 20 seconds. 43 of you submitted. Wow, MashaAllah, we have 45 of you that submitted the answer. Let's find out. 10 seconds and 48 of you already submitted the answer. We'll wait for everyone else before we call a timeout. As you guys could see, time is dropping. Time out. If you were still thinking, time is up. 37 of you got this one right. It means so indeed. So indeed is the right answer. Now let's see what has happened to our ranking. We have 6 people, 3 and then 2. It seems like everyone is jumping around. Some people are touching some random answers. If you are new, it's fine. This is new to you. You're learning. As soon as someone submits the answer, we wait for 1 minute. After 1 minute, you get to find out what the answer is. If you got it right, alhamdulillah. If not, it is a learning experience for you, so do not worry. Let's find out. The ranking has not changed. The top 5 remains to be the same. Abdul Jabbar and Nusayba are holding on to their spot. So is Fatima, Sheikh, and Maryam. Let's move on. Everyone has 10,000, 11,000, and 10,000 on the top 5. If you have another 10,000, you could see it on your ranking. Ma'a, what is the meaning of this word? Again, this is a bonus word almost. This word you'll see in the Quran often. Ma'a, so indeed, does it mean with? Does it mean the hardship? Or is it ease? Remember, you've already selected one of these previously. So you can just eliminate that. You'll have 3 options. And ma'a is an important word. I'm not sure if that is a hint. You will see it in the Quran often. And I'm hoping everyone gets this one right. Ma'a. Very easy. Ma'a. 20 seconds. 37 of you already submitted the answer. Very easy. I'm hoping everyone gets it right. You have 12 seconds before we move on to the next question. Come on, guys. 4 seconds, 49, 1 second. Time is up. Ma'a means with. And let's find out, mashallah, 42 of you. I think we had another question that was like this. 42 of you got it right, where 7 people missed it. It's okay, inshallah, for the 7 that missed it. It is a new word, perhaps. Now you know the meaning. Next time you're with us, you won't miss the meaning of that word. Ma'a means with. So remember that word, ma'a with, ma'a with, ma'a with. Let's move on to the next word. Top 5 remains the same. Nothing has changed, so we have nothing to say about your ranking, with the exception that we're hoping that someone else works hard. Let's find out. question number 15. Guys, we're coming to, this is the middle of the program. This is the middle of the program. Let's find out how you guys do on this one. We'll move very fast. We're not going to be looking at the ranking for the next, let's say, 10 questions. We'll just move very fast. So indeed, with the hardship is ease. This one should be very easy. Let's see how well you guys do with this. 37 seconds, 30 people already submitted their answer. MashaAllah. Again, if you're home and you're watching this, this is live. This will be repeated. If you're watching it another day and it is not Friday, that means it is a repeat. So therefore, you won't be able to join. Some people will be like, you know what, how come I'm not able to join the competition? Well, you have to be here on Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time until 9, sitting home. You could join the competition. The code will work for you. Otherwise, it will not. Now we have 2 seconds. 1 second time is up. Let's move on. 42 of you got this one right. And I want to remind you, as we go on, we have about 5 questions Islamic studies, 3 questions Quran. Quran meaning actual recitation. So if you feel comfortable with that, I know the ranking will change with those questions. So get ready, because we have not given the answers to anyone. So it will be a surprise. See, with the surah, everyone knows, you know what, this is the surah I'll prepare. The next 8 questions, there'll be 8 questions tonight that no one knows. So it'll be advantage to those who read and know Islamic studies, know about the religion. It'll be advantage for those who have memorized and passed some surah, and they're like, you know what, I know what the surah is. So don't get disappointed. Don't give up yet. You still have some chance. You still have a chance to win. You still have chance. 8 questions, so that means 8,000 points. That's a big change. So let's find out. 15 seconds before we move on to the next question. Now we have 7 seconds. Let's find out, guys. Submit your answer faster. If you see that the time is running out, submit the answer. 44 of you got this one right. I think this is the most. Out of all the questions, this is the most. 44 of you got it. We only have 3 people that missed it. Some people didn't make it. Nothing has changed in the ranking. Question number 17. Let's go at this. Question number 17. You could get how many points, guys? 1,000 points. So take it on. So when you have finished, then labor hard and 2. Which one is the right answer? In about 4 minutes, we will take a break and we will be back. But remember, we still have several questions left that will throw off the balance, I know for sure. Because the surah, the top 5, I know you guys have been preparing. You worked hard to be on the top 5. That's good. But tonight, get ready for a surprise. That's why we were going in order. We're not mixing up the questions. Let's find out. We have 12 seconds before. Oh, mashallah. Seems like all of you submitted the answer. Let's move on to the next question. Nothing has changed in the ranking. This is question number 18. Let's go, guys. Question number 18. Faraqta, what is the meaning of this? Does it mean so when? Does it mean we have finished? Does it mean then labor hard? Does it mean on to? I want to remind you something. Pay attention to the answer that you submit. The next question, you'll be like, you know what? I know it's not this. I know it's not this one. It must be this. So if you're paying attention, you could do process of elimination. I'm giving you a tip for those who do not know how to take quiz. You see a question, you've already answered it, most likely it will not repeat. And if it repeats, you already know the answer. So therefore, pay attention. Now, we have about 11 seconds before we move on to the next question. Here it comes. Time is up. Let's move on to the next question. Time ranking has not changed. Guys, let's see. Question number 19. We have 11 questions before the night comes to an end. 11 questions. What is the meaning of the word that you see in front of you? Does it mean so when? Does it mean we finished? Does it mean then labor hard? Or does it mean and to? I want to remind you a word. The word what means, guys, what? If you know the word what and you add the other words, you have two words over there. It should give you the meaning. That's all I could say in terms of a hint. Can't give you more than that. MashaAllah. I'm so proud of all of you guys that are part of the competition. You're taking a time for your religion, taking time to invest towards your akhirah, which is good, MashaAllah. You see, this is what means and to. So the word what, you'll see it almost in every page. Almost in every page of the Quran, you'll see the word what. So if you know what the what means and. It takes other meanings, but for most of the time you'll see it as and. Now we have Ilham that has passed 4 people. Will Ilham make it to the top 5? We'll see you, Ilham. MashaAllah, you've passed 4 people. So you're the highest climber in a while. Let's move on to the next question. This word is important. It has the word Rabb in it. Rabbika. What is the meaning of Rabbika? Rabbika. Rabb. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. You've seen it. وَرَبَّكَ فَكَبِّرْ. You've seen it. Rabb. The word Rabb repeats in the Quran so many places. If you know what the word Rabb means, and if you know what Ka means, it should be easy. Remember, we've seen Ka previously. Ka, I'll give you that hint. Ka, pointing towards whom? If someone says Ka in Arabic, they're pointing finger towards, I'm not going to say the word. I think that should be a good hint for you. So 2 words, combine them twice. Combine the 2 words and you will find the meaning of the word. 42 of you got this one right. It means your Lord. Your Lord. So after this question, we're going to take a quick break. So go ahead, let's do this question. We'll take break and we'll be back after this question. So let's go ahead, let's go to this question. Turn your attention. You have finished your Lord and to. These are 4 options in front of you. Make your selection and we'll see if you get it right. Let's see, guys. We'll let you have a 2-3 minutes break. I won't give the time, but we will have a quick break after this question. And get ready for the questions we were talking about, something that is going to change the ranking. Again, if you're joining us right now, you could take your tablet, your phone, smart device, whatever it may be, and you could be part of the competition. No cost. The program is free and you could join us. 42 of you got this one right. Only 4 people missed it. Fatima, ranking the same. Sheikh, Maryam, Abdel Nasir, and Nusayba are all ranking the same, 18,000 and 17,000 points. We'll take a short break. We'll be back. We'll continue and we'll finish off tonight. So get ready, inshallah. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's the fast way to support Guidance TV? Go to Donate to Islam. Then click on the big blue and red shield, Guide Us TV. Then lower right, the green Contribute Now. Then choose the pledge amount that you want. 1,000, 500, 200, 100. I'm going to click the 100. It says Add to Cart. Click the green button on the upper right, and then you'll go right to here. Now, if you have PayPal, click it. It'll fill in, and you're ready to go. But what if you don't have PayPal? Real quick, fill it in. There's my name, Yusuf Estes, my address. Everything is there. Continue at the bottom. That'll take you to the page to choose the card. The amount is already there for you. You're ready to go. That's how easy it is. And then you can get rewards and get guided with Guide Us TV. What's the fast way to support Guide Us TV? Go to How can you donate for Guide Us TV? Easy. Go to Donate to Islam. Then, when you see the big emblem for Guide Us TV, click the big emblem. That'll take you right away to the page where you can contribute. The green button at the bottom right, click it, and it opens up and shows you the pledge amount. Choose the amount you want. I'm going to choose 100. Now, upper right, add to cart, and then it'll take you right to this page. Fill it out. If you don't have PayPal, you take some time, fill this out, continue at the bottom, choose the card. Otherwise, if you got PayPal, click it, boom, and you're ready to go. That's all it takes to donate and get guided with Guide Us.
Welcome back to the IQ Quran program. We'll continue our competition. So get ready. Here comes the next question. We're not going to waste any time. Here it is, guys. Get ready. We have about 8 questions left. We'll see how you guys do. Here is a question. Surah is coming to an end. Fansab, what is the meaning? I think this is the last question to the surah. Now one more question. One more question and the surah will end. Because this is not a repeat word. If the word is repeat, we'll just say it one time. But if it is not repeat, we will repeat. We're not going to repeat. So let's say that you will see Rabbuka 2 times. You're not going to see it in the quiz 2 times. You will see it 1 time. So now, after there is one more question. So here it is. We have 8 seconds before we move on to the next question. I think some people think they're still in break. We're back from the break, so guys, do not miss. Let's see. Then labor, 27 of you got this one right. Fatima is still ranking number 1. Now here is the question, the Islamic studies question. Which wife complained to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the Quran addressed only man? See? This question is new to some of you guys. There's no kitab to look at it, so you either know it or you don't. If you want to look up, that's fine with us. 10 people already submitted the answer. Now, is it Aisha bint Abi Bakr? Is it Safiya? Is it Salma? Is it Juwayriya? Now, let's find out. Long names, long question, one possible answer. That ranking is threatened this time, man. Let's find out if the ranking will change with this question. I know for sure the ranking will change. Or will it? Let's find out in 5 seconds. What will happen to the ranking? Salama is the right answer. Oops, guess what? Saeed Umar passed 4 people. The ranking has not changed as I expected. Well, what can I do for you guys? Let's see. What was the name of Prophet Musa' adopted mother? Prophet Musa alayhi salam was raised by an adopted mother who took him, who raised him. She became Muslim. She is mentioned in the Quran. So he has an adopted mother, just in case you did not know. What was her name? Surprise! What was the name of Prophet Musa alayhi salam adopted mother? Is it Anna? Is it Asiya? Is it Amina? Is it Aisha? Let's find out. What was the name of Prophet Musa alayhi salam adopted mother? She raised him, she took care of him, she loved him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given her guidance. This is as much I could say. 6 seconds. She's mentioned in the Quran, and I think that surah is going to come up, that question is going to come up. 34 of you got that one right. Let's see here. Ranking has not changed. Hey, the top 5 are strong in Islamic studies as well. What is the language of the Quran? This one should be very easy. What is the language of the Quran? Is it English? Well, there's a translation. Is it Arabic? Is it Urdu? Or is it Hebrew? The Quran was revealed in which language? We're talking about the original Quran. We're not talking about a translation. If you speak any other language that we've mentioned here, It is not called Quran. It's called translation or tafsir or whatever meaning that you have. But what language was the Quran revealed? Or what is the language of the Quran? Allah says it in the Quran. He tells us in what language, but we're not going to tell you because that would give up the answer. We have 18 seconds. We have 7 minutes. And we'll find out how well you guys do. 12 seconds. Again, Islamic studies is important because we got to know our religion. All right, 38 of you are submitting the answer. Number went down, but that's fine. Arabic is the right answer. 33 of you got that one right. Nothing has changed. The Zabur, the book of Zabur was revealed to which prophet? Zabur, which was revealed to which prophet? Was it revealed to Prophet Dawood alayhi salam, Yaqub alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, or Isa alayhi salam? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed books to different messengers. This happens to be one of the books. Which prophet was this book revealed? Zabur was revealed to which prophet? I think you guys know this. Top 5. I was thinking that we're going to have this random Islamic study questions and that will change the ranking. It's not happening. I can't do anything for you guys. Anyone who's underneath the 5, it's fine. Maybe the Quran will change, or maybe the other questions that we have. Dawood alayhi salam is the right answer. Nothing, ranking is not changing. Let's move on to the next question. Which surah was the wife of Fir'aun mentioned? Remember Asiya we talked about Asiya. Asiya, we said that she was the mother that raised Prophet Musa. She adopted him. She raised him. What surah is she mentioned in? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about her, and He talks about Maryam, both of them, in the same surah. Now, both of them are mentioned in the same place, one ayah, and the other person is mentioned in the other ayah. Before that surah comes to an end, which surah are they mentioned? Or which surah is she mentioned? We're looking at which surah was the wife of Fir'aun mentioned. Her name is Asiya. She was a believer in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and she prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah accepted her prayer, and what she said is mentioned in the Quran. What surah is she mentioned? 26 of you got that one right. Ooh, top ranking seems to be the same. What surah is this? Now pay attention, there's going to be a voice here. What surah is this?
ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر.
What surah was that? Let's go ahead and repeat it again for those who didn't hear it.
أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن.
Let's move on to the next question. Nothing is changing. Another surah, here it comes. 2 more questions. This is another surah. Let's see how well you guys do with this.
والأنثى إن سعيكم لشتى فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى وما يغني عنه ماله إذا تردى إن علينا للهدى وإن لنا للآخرة والأولى فأنذرتكم نارا تلظى لا يصلاها إلا الأشقى الذي كذب وتولى وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى.
I purposely made that surah longer because I wanted to end it there. We all have one more question, but we won't do the one question. I prolonged this surah so that all of you will have a chance to answer the question. Now, tonight, the competition has come to an end. I was surprised that the top 5 has not changed with the past 10 questions. Although we had some surprise to you guys, we've thrown in some surprise surahs that none of you knew. We've thrown into some Islamic questions that perhaps some of you have not seen before, but that did not make any change on the ranking. That means, mashallah, to everyone who was part of the competition and everyone who participated, especially to the top 5, you guys worked hard. Expect a prize, even the previous ones. So inshallah, the top 5 that are ranking right now, we'll be sending a prize to you. Make sure you do join next Friday and invite your friends. Until then, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.